Hey YouTube, what's going on?
Hey guys.
It's the Kelly Canes, me and Kelly.
Yep.
So, we just saw Detective Pikachu.
Yep.
And there's gonna be some spoilers, so whoever hasn't seen Detective Pikachu
And plans on doing it.
don't click this video, don't watch this video. Whoever has seen Detective Pikachu, this is the place to go.
Or who doesn't actually care.
Okay, are you out of the room? You here to watch?
You're gonna exit out of this video? If you didn't, and you plan on seeing Detective Pikachu and you actually care about spoilers, this is your last warning.
Okay, I think they're gone. Party! Woo! Nah, I'm just messing. Sounds like a dog in here. Okay. Oh my god. So, where do I begin? Kelly, what are your, Actually, before I ask you, Okay. I've never actually done, like, a movie kind of review before, but,
yeah,
like...
So how would you describe Detective Pikachu?
Oh my god,
like in the most basic form.
Well, to be honest with you, when I saw the trailer of Let's Go Pikachu, I thought it was gonna be, a disaster, because, movies, they tend to, like, take, base it off, like, a TV show, and they damage it. Like how they do with, like,
you're right about that.
Like how they do with the Scooby-Doo movies. I remember one of the lines from one of the Scooby-Doo movies is when Fred, out of character, who possesses Daphne and goes, "I get to look at myself naked." And one of Plankton's quotes from the SpongeBob movie, because of the TV show, he would say Neptune, because Neptune is basically God in Bikini Bottom. And one of the lines was that he said, "Lord knows," and I'm like, what? Wasn't there not?
Oh, they overlooked that.
Yeah. And, when Detective Pikachu movie, I thought it was gonna be one of that. A little bit of me, not a little bit of me, but yeah, like, the trailer, like, I just thought, oh god, this is gonna suck. Pikachu with fur? No, guys. And then he says hell, and, like, no, it doesn't. This isn't. Pokemon is supposed to be cute and catching Pokemon, and, you know, this just like how they do it in the anime. But, you know, I saw the movie. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I had to say something, but, like, there was a guy there, whose name is Tim, who kind of looks like Kobana Mari. I feel awkward for saying that. I'm not trying
the main character.
Yeah.
Can I summarize how would you summarize Detective Pikachu?
Oh god, it's like a kid's movie, but at the same time, it's like you can bring your parents to watch it with you, I guess, because it's like the environment from that movie, it does feel like a kid's movie, but it does feel like they were trying to go for the like how Pokemon Origins was. I don't know how to better describe it. Like, it's kind of like how the kids games, and they brought a little anime into this, and some parents are like, oh, anime, it might be for kids, blah blah blah, but, you know, anime that has guns and things, and they don't know if your kid should watch it. So I would say it's like that. And also it's like you're actually in the movie, like you're playing, like, you know how you play the Pokemon games, right? Yeah. I would say, like, you're playing the Pokemon games, catching Pokemon, talking to people. It's like you're warped into the Game Boy Color universe, and you're actually in the movie. You're catching Pokemon, but you don't really catch Pokemon in the movie, other than the beginning. But that was pretty much it. But yeah, I'd say it's like that. So.
Yeah, so I personally would describe Detective Pikachu as a Pokemon movie. I went to go see a Pokemon movie. That's really all I can describe it as, is it was a Pokemon movie with live actors. To me, it felt no different from when I sit down and I watch the anime movies. It's a Pokemon movie. I can't stress, like, I can't emphasize that enough. It is a Pokemon movie. It was a legitimate Pokemon movie. It wasn't, I don't know. I felt like I was watching a Pokemon movie because that is exactly what it was. And I think that they did a great job. Especially because we know, too, like, video game movies usually don't go over very well. Hollywood does something to screw it up, but I thought they did really, really well.
Yeah, they did the Mario Brothers movie. They did Tomb Raider movies. They did Assassin's Creed. Terrible.
Assassin's Creed was not terrible, and I think anyone who thinks it's terrible
should get assassinated.
No, with Assassin's Creed, honestly, yeah.
You feel like it's like how they do it in the first movie, like the first game, and how like Desmond is trapped.
We're kind of going off topic, but no.
Yeah.
Like the first Assassin's Creed movie, I thought was fantastic, and it was I felt that it stayed true to the games, other than what they did with the animus, but that to me was fine. Like, I thought that they did fine. I actually liked that movie. But anyway, back to Detective Pikachu.
Oh my god.
It was great.
But one thing I want to say about Detective Pikachu, I mean, Detective Pikachu, he looks so adorable. It's like I'm actually hugging a furry little plushie. It's what it is.
Honestly, I remember watching the previews, and at first I was like, oh god. At first seeing Pikachu, and then there's just this point when he's smiling and he's talking about how he's a detective or whatever, and that just, like, my heart just melted. I was like, I love this Pikachu.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, like, the other Pokemon, though, they were just so hideous. And I get that they actually have the Pokemon just to showcase the 3D creepy thing. But, getting into that, though, I do like how, like, the kid, Tim, caught a Cubone, comes out, was trying to, but he failed, so Cubone was chasing after him, and then
Cubone was just like, shut.
Yeah, but before that, though, like, the beginning, it started off with Mewtwo, and it exploded. It was like Mewtwo Strikes Back, or Mewtwo the first movie, or one of these things.
Yes.
So I was gonna say, like, the person driving the car, like, Mewtwo, he used like a blast move or something. I'm not sure what it was called.
He basically broke out of the laboratory.
Yeah, he broke out of the laboratory. A car was driving into the bridge, knocks the car off the bridge, crashes into the ground, and then that was it. We just cut to the kid with the Cubone, and I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay, well, enough of that crappy scene. It's not important. So yeah, catch a Cubone. And, basically the guy, apparently it was his dad, and he thinks that his dad is dead, and they're,
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff.
So I also, the other thing too is, so for those who aren't in the know, Japan is essentially doing a remake of the first Pokemon movie.
Which they should leave alone.
And so, first off, this is going to be the first Pokemon movie entirely done in CGI.
I think they should just go back and watch the old movie.
And then two, they're actually before I get to two, they're actually collaborating with like a company in like California to do this.
Oh,
and two, it falls on I think it's the 20th anniversary of the first movie. So after watching Detective Pikachu, especially when they, like, first off, it has Mewtwo, and then they mention the Kanto region, and honestly, the sequence of Mewtwo essentially breaking out of the laboratory, to me, I felt kind of like a mirror of the first movie, except a lot less deadly, so to speak. So I'm like, oh, no wonder Japan is doing a remake.
As I was watching the movie, they should have just called it Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu. Mewtwo's back in 3D. That's all I can sum up with the movie. But like throughout the entire movie, it's the kid who met up with a Pikachu, and he has that little the little tube thingy. And he lets
the R thing.
Yeah, the R thing. He lets it out, and then somehow like the purple gas comes out, and the Apom start going crazy, and that's when he found the Pikachu, and he's the only one who can understand him, like how Meowth, who can talk to Pokemon, but except that people know that See, I keep saying Mewtwo because
okay.
yeah, Meowth who talks to Pokemon, and I thought the letter R was Team Rocket, and I thought
too.
Giovanni was gonna come back, or a terrible actor is gonna come back.
I couldn't see them do Giovanni, only because it would to me it would cause a discrepancy. So like a difference between like the American and Japanese version, because in Japan he's called Sakaki.
Sorry.
So he's a Yakuza boss in he's a Yakuza boss in Japan, as opposed to Giovanni, who sounds more like an Italian mafia.
Sorry, when I had a split second of Jim Carrey playing Giovanni from Pokemon.
Oh God! You guys saw Sonic the Breed, apparently.
Oh yeah, we saw the trailer, and
But you guys, they'll be seeing that before they see this. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go let the cat out.
It's okay. Yeah, so Lucy, I personally kept joking around that she was blonde Misty because she has a side duck. Let's be honest here, she's blonde Misty.
Yeah, she's in the movie, but she's not really in the scenes or something. The way to describe it is that she's in for like a minute or two just to talk with the character, and then that's it. Like, she comes back to talk with the character, just exploring.
She's very much of a character who kind of comes. She's a very she's very much a character who comes and goes.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like that's how she was written. She kind of came in, and she kind of seemed like she was trying to be like very mysterious and all of that, and then it just sometimes is like super awkward.
Yeah, and I gotta say though, the character Pikachu was. I mean, I guess I can kind of see like Pikachu being different because there's a whole bunch of Pikachus, a whole bunch of Jigglypuffs, a whole bunch of Pokemon. They're all different with different personalities. That to me does get a pass. And like Pikachu, he's very snarky. He kind of sounds like me, sort of, but except that like. I don't know. I gotta find a way to like bring out my YouTube persona when it comes to Let's Bridge Let's Plays, but that's a different story. So, yeah.
All his jokes, man.
Shirtless.
Oh my gosh, that part made me so happy.
Shirtless,
when they're in like the cockfighting area,
which is Pokemon. Go on. I love you.
No. Yeah. No. So. Oh my gosh. So there's a point when Tim and Pikachu go in to like this cockfighting ring for Pokemon, and there's like one of like the DJ dudes comes down, and he's pretty much just wearing a coat over himself, and he's got tattoos and no shirt on, and he's talking. And he sees the Pikachu, and he makes like a complaint and something, and he basically challenges
something about like
him to a battle. And Pikachu
something about
comments about how he has no shirt and all he sees is nipples.
That kind of it reminded me of Xana's joke about the nipple man from the Majora's Mask. I like I think he said something about like, oh, I need to like get a hat or a Pokemon, and Pikachu's like, no, you need to get a shirt or something. But yeah, I think the character like Tim and Blonde Misty, I'm gonna call her that. Lucy. Well, I like to think it's the Assassin's Creed joke, but anyway.
Oh my gosh! Remember when Pikachu was singing the Pokemon theme song?
Oh, that was later in the movie. He was so depressed. Like, he and Tim had like
so funny.
Like, it was like the memories to me. It was pretty trippy, like hard to keep up with, because it's like, no wait, Pikachu, your memories. This is what happened. Oh wait, no wait. I just thought of something. This is what really happened. Oh wait, no. This is what really happened, because you see later in the movie that Pikachu was drowning or something. They kind of had a mix of Pokemon 2000 when Ash drowned, and in the mix of the first movie. I thought that when Tim was gonna bring Pikachu over, because the Bulbasaurs, one Bulbasaur comes by And Tim was like, they might not understand what I'm saying, but they understand what I'm feeling. And so the Bulbasaur, like, he walks the other way, and then he brings a horde of Bulbasaurs over.
Yep.
And then after that,
Reminds me of vaguely of Bulbasaur and Series Garden.
yeah. And so they escort him to the place where they can revive Pikachu. And as the scene was going, in my head, I'm like, oh my god, they are not bringing this from the first movie. And then when Mewtwo shows up, like, suddenly, like, he's a good guy, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute. This doesn't add up. And all I'm thinking is, the villain behind this is the guy who needs subtitles, by the way. The Chinese guy you see in the beginning of the movie. I thought he was gonna be the villain, but it turns out he wasn't.
Being the Japanese guy?
Yeah, like, he was so hard to understand. All I heard was Hotokokomi Pikachu. All I heard is Pikachu Nika.
Oh, you had trouble understanding.
Whoosh, Pikachu, Japanese. But yeah, so you know, that scene was there, and there was a cool battle when Pikachu fought Mewtwo. Like, that was
awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
So, what was probably your favorite part?
Oh, that's a good question. I like the interaction between him and Pikachu, because to me it does remind me of, like, my interaction with King Boo from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. What was probably your least favorite part?
My least favorite part would have to be
You can't really find anything, can you? 'Cause I don't.
I think it would be, like, the hideous of the Pokemon. Oh yeah, the least favorite part is that I wish the Pokemon can say their names. I can't. I hate when they don't say their names. They're just.
Psyduck said his name.
Yeah, why?
Psyduck.
I don't understand why Psyduck is the only Pokemon that can say its name, but it's the wrong voice. I know. I'm very anal when it comes to voice acting, because to me, voice acting is very important to me. If you don't have the right actor to do the voice for something, then they can't be it at all. It has to be that person. It matters. It's like when the person can't voice I get when the person died or retired, but if it's that person, then their personality and that character, it just goes along with it. Unless if it sounds like that person, yeah, but it's not there. And hearing Psyduck's voice going, Psyduck, it's wrong. He should sound like Psyduck, like that was Psyduck for me, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like I don't have. I don't know. I feel like I enjoyed the whole movie.
I did too.
I don't think there was any part that I was like, ugh, this is so stupid. No, I don't think there was any part. I think for me, I felt like the very beginning of the movie, like some of the opening shots, it kind of felt like the actors weren't yet into their roles. Maybe that's just because because I had just walked into the movie and I wasn't really, like, falling into the universe just yet. But all the actors, like, for the very beginning of the movie just kind of seemed, like, just when everyone was just kind of introduced, it kind of seemed like I'm acting.
You know, what's kind of funny? Sorry.
But they got better over time, like, over the course of the movie.
Yeah, in the beginning, I said that, like, it felt like you're actually in the game, but it felt like more you're actually in Pokemon Go, in a strange way. I know it doesn't make sense, but...
No, it makes sense. And then, also, too, I noticed that I noticed that they just reused the same Pokemon model over and over and over, so there was not a huge variety of Pokemon. which was
Male or female.
I'll admit that's probably the most disappointing thing. I wish that they had an opportunity to do more Pokemon. I just felt like, because I felt like I just saw there was like so many Growlithe and Squirtle and Charmander, but I also have to give them some credit because they put in like Pokemon from like all the generations, and I love that also too. I really love that there was references to the Sinnoh region.
Yeah, but they don't even give its location, did they?
I don't know where Rhyme City is, but like
Rhyme City?
That's where most of the movie took place, was in Rhyme City.
Oh, thank God it wasn't a rat movie. Jeez.
Seriously?
I'm just saying.
But no, so you guys probably don't know this. My favorite Pokemon generation is Generation 4, which is Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Excuse me. Anyway, so Generation 4, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Sinnoh region, Sinnoh, Chiho, is my favorite. And I'm one of those people who really hope that Diamond and Pearl gets a remake at some point. I miss the region a lot. I really would love to replay like my Platinum at this point. And it was just so awesome to see so many references from Tim's poster for the Sinnoh League to the fact that the dude who got really close to like Pokemon and was trying to take them over and stuff like that, the bad guy, he had Arceus, Dalga, and Palkia and gold statues in the back, and I thought that was awesome. And I loved seeing I don't know, I just really appreciated seeing all those things. And then just too, seeing things beyond the first generation or the first two generations, because I always feel like a lot of times everything else past generation 2 oftentimes gets ignored, other than when like they're promoting like the newest generation. So as someone who actually likes the later stuff, like I mean I'm technically a Gen 1 kid because that's what was out when I got into the franchise, but like I really love stuff that came later. So I really, really appreciated what they did, and I also thought too that the liberties that they took with adapting the Pokemon designs to real life, I thought that they worked fairly well. Some of it was a bit weird, but I felt like the design choices made sense. I also too was really, really happy that like what in the previews, like Greninja, for instance, just looked and Charizard looked just like they were just blatantly outright evil, and I loved and they're like actually watching the movie and realizing that wasn't the case.
No pun intended.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even catch that. Yeah, no, I loved that wasn't actually the case. They're not evil. You know, you got the stupid, weird smoke stuff that made Charizard go crazy, and with the Greninja, they were being experimented on.
Yeah.
So I really loved seeing that too.
Did you want to talk about the, what do you call it? The effects that made you think of Assassin's Creed?
No, I don't feel like that's too relevant. I mean,
No.
yeah, I mean,
what do you call the holograms?
Yeah, there's some holograms that was giving me some major Assassin's Creed vibes, which was really cool to me.
The thing
because Assassin's Creed is my favorite video game franchise. So
yeah, I do want to bridge that one, but what I was gonna say is that like, in the end of the movie though, some guy was like, "Oh, you've been looking for your father. Your father's been with you this whole time."
No, that was Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Okay, there we go.
Mewtwo said that.
Mewtwo said that to Tim, and Tim was like, "Wait, what? I don't understand it." And I wanted, and a little bit of me wanted to smack him in the back of the head and be like,
It's the Pikachu.
Dude, Pikachu.
Oh my gosh. That just... Okay, well, first off, your friend said, like, the last quarter of the movie was really stupid. I was like, I can't see where this went stupid.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of understand
It's strange. I wouldn't say it's stupid, but it's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is a bit strange, but also, too, that explains why Pikachu looked horrified in that hologram. And just, like, it kind of, like, broke my heart. I'm like, that poor Pikachu must have been so scared.
You could have...
Like, that's how I felt. I was like, that Pikachu looks like it's about to cry when Mewtwo was transferring Henry's soul into the Pikachu. But it looks like the Pikachu was like restored in the end and everything was all good and stuff and yeah. So
Yeah, one of the funniest things though is that like his dad was a Pikachu. So that makes me question.
His dad's soul.
Well, yeah, but I'm getting to that. What do you think the mom would be? I'm thinking Togepi. Like think about you're watching an anime and then Ash's dad is secretly Pikachu and then Misty's mom is Togepi. So,
oh god.
So, you'd imagine like when Pikachu said, Pikachu, mean like, Ash, did you change your underwear this morning? Because, you know, I've been on your shoulder and to be honest with you, you kind of stink. And I don't see you changing your underwear every day. And then Togepi is like, oh god, please let me down. Please. Misty, please return to Cerulean City. You have no purpose here. I mean, she really doesn't, but yeah. I mean, I like Misty. But yeah, I guess that's... Oh yeah, I want to talk about the Turtwigs though. Like, not Turtwigs, the giant
whatever
evolution.
And like Turtwig's final evolution.
Was it Torterra?
Something
Tortillas? Taco Bell?
Torterra. It's probably Torterra.
Probably. But holy crap, they were huge.
Oh my gosh. Like, at first, like, I knew exactly who they were, like, when they were in their, like, small form. When they started moving, I was like, Turtwig's final evolution. And then that point when they're all walking through, like, that forest, and then suddenly everything moves, and then it's like, holy crap. I was like, at first I was like, wait, Regigigas? Or something?
Tortilla.
Yeah, tortilla, whatever it's called.
Tortilla.
Sure, tortilla. So, yeah, no, I was like, this is crazy. It's scary.
Oh, yeah.
But also, I loved it, and after we left the movies, we were going by a bunch of trees, I felt like I was in Pokemon.
Yeah, so... Is there anything we else gotta say? Because we've talked about the characters, we talked about the Pokemon. I also
loved the ending sequence when that had, like, that ending sequence with all the colors and stuff, because they actually put the Japanese names in there, and of course you were correcting me the entire time.
You were saying it in the Japanese language, in this accent. I was like, no.
But they said them in Japanese.
No.
They were literally, it was written in katakana.
We could talk about
Katakana.
English.
That is what it would be called in English.
No.
Katakana. It's the
no kaka. No kaka. Kaka is for toilet. English.
Katakana is one of the Japanese writing systems.
Okay, fine.
Katakana. But no, they did, like, for instance, Charizard popped up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
And it said and it was written in Japanese, Lizardon, because that is
Charizard.
Lizardon.
Charizard.
And is its Japanese name, and then, like, Cubone shows up, and then it says right underneath Katakana in Japanese, which is its Japanese name.
Which Cubone should sound like Cubone.
And I just was like so happy to see that. I love the Japanese version.
It's kind of funny because in the beginning though, when the guy was like, "Oh hey, look, there's a Cubone." And then I'm like,
that was hilarious.
Oh, guys, come on.
No, the best part of that was the guy going, it's just like you.
Wait, me?
No.
Oh, Tim. Just like Tim, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, oh man.
I'm like, guys, come on. Cubone's been enough. His mother's been killed. Come on. Can you pick a different Pokemon?
I also love too that they referenced some of the more creepy or weird aspects of Pokemon. Like the fact that like Tim makes the comment about how Cubone's skull is of his dead mother. Cubone is wearing the skull of the dead Marowak.
If it was me, I'd have been like, oh man, I can't do this. He misses his mom so much. But instead, he catches it anyway, and then he finally got what he deserved. The Cubone runs after him and used Boomerang. Boomerang, because, you know, 4 kids, you gotta have puns. Boomerang.
Oh my gosh, it was so... That was good.
Oh yeah.
That was good. Yeah, no, I just...
Yeah, like, I don't know, like... I mean, it's kind of weird because, like, when I play Pokken Tournament, I'm like, no fur. Just keep the design just leave the design alone.
Yeah, no, I thought it worked, though, for what they were doing.
In a way it did, but, I'm just like can we just go back?
How could they do it any differently?
I would just, like, keep it the way it is, or just keep it 2D. I don't know, because back then, back in the old days, they would have 2D animation. Video game consoles were just about video games. Yeah. No online, no multiplayer, no DLC, no microtransactions, no overuse of 3D. I mean, I like 3D, but there's way too many movies that uses 3D. Frozen.
Over here, I don't think
Enter the Dragon.
I legit don't think that I don't think any studio over here right now makes 2D animation for theaters.
Yeah, there's I said Frozen. There's Tangled. There's
Lion King that's gonna come out.
Ugh. Yeah, no. I'm gonna stick to the original. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you try something different, but most of it is just like, we already have these stuff. They were good movies. Let's just leave it alone.
So any other thoughts about Detective Pikachu?
I mean, I don't know. After seeing the movie, maybe a little bit of me thought about doing a Let's Play, like, I'll actually play of Detective Pikachu, but I don't know. That's for the audience to decide.
Do you want him to play Detective Pikachu? Let us know in the comments.
Is
obviously.
Is Detective Pikachu for the Switch or for the 3DS?
3DS.
Oh, great. Yeah. That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I think of Detective Pikachu, I think of Gambino's Detective Pikachu in a nutshell. I thought that was pretty funny. But I guess, I think that's it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys, that this was long. Honestly, I wanted to throw more. I don't know. I kind of want to do more podcasts out of the way. I wanted to make a...
You want to do podcasts with me?
I wanted to do, like, a Sunday podcast. Well, not really a podcast, but, like, the only the chit chat or something, like whatever podcast that I wanted to do was called Post Review or After Game. I want to call it a better name so that way the name says me, like Let's Abridge, Let's Adventure, Let's Talk. That I want to like add another podcast for basically the name After Game or Post Game, whatever I'm going to call it. It's basically a series of games that I've beaten in the past. Yeah, and that like I gather basically it's kind of like a review where like I talk about the game and you know.
Well, that's kind of all getting off topic with
sorry.
Anything else you want to say about
what else is there to say? I don't know, the voice for Pikachu kind of works, but I don't know.
I thought it definitely worked.
Yeah.
But I also too I started playing some of the game on my Japanese 3DS, so I was like, oh, this was actually a really good choice. I know a lot of people wanted Danny DeVito, but I do agree with what they said. In the context of the story, he just wasn't a good fit, and I don't think the story would have been the same if Danny DeVito would have.
If Danny DeVito were in it, he'd be like, "I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it."
Overall, I actually really enjoyed the casting, and I'm really happy with how the movie turned out. I don't think that they could have done much better doing live action in Hollywood.
Your crazy principal called me home from school. Like, what are you doing out of school?
Not gonna lie, I kind of want a sequel.
Oh god, Detective Pikachu 2. Mewtwo's back because evil. Rise of the Evil.
Obviously, you know what? You know who I want in the movie.
Darkrai.
Oh, I miss Darkrai.
I wonder how Darkrai would sound. Hello, I'm Darkrai.
Oh God, no.
I want to suck your blood because out of character, I'm Darkrai.
No.
Anyway, I think that's
it.
I think that's about it. Yeah.
Go see Detective Pikachu if you're interested.
If not,
If you
then
haven't already.
I'm sorry for you.
We probably want to see it again.
I probably would see. I don't know.
Maybe in 2 weeks. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, you idiots!
Oh yeah, I almost said detective.
By the way,
Uh-oh.
Hurricane, my partner in crime.
Yes, evil Pikachu.
What's my name?
Evil Pikachu.
No, it's not, you idiot.
Oh.
You're a fake.
Would you ever want a movie that's about cross off Detective Pikachu and just cross off Pikachu and just write Detective Pikachu?
Yes, because as you guys know, I'm the real deal. I am Pikachu. And I'm gonna take over the world. And before I do that, I'm gonna become the greatest detective there was, I guess. I mean,
I guess.
we
We
gotta take down that faker. Well, I'll see you guys sometime this week. Maybe. Bye.
Bye. I love Pikachu. He's so adorable.
I love you too, Hurricane.
God.